10 at the 40.
Rodgers now on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Result: two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
He's going to go deep for Funchess, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
For Minnesota.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Adams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the 14-yard line.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22. Yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. The Cook getting the call there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
Carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Johnson.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And the Vikings 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Cook with a 1st down and much more. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Packers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that'll be incomplete.
Rodgers
took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 17 yards out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here. He's got a man, complete! And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great start to the second quarter, better than 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 10 yards out. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Will set up for the 2-point.
Rodgers to throw once more. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Lets it fly for Thielen. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Complete to number 19.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30, past the 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Packers get a score closer.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted.
Conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
I feel you, dog. I feel you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
The Packers will set up.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
Darnell Savage.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over first and 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Again, it's Cook. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Made by Christian Kirksey. A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6. At their
on 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Packers.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Washington football team. The Titans kicker Stephen Gostkowski ready to do the honors, and we are underway in Nashville. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Allen off the bootleg. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return will stop.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed it. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. Good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
37-yard line.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. They run for the first time with Johnson, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down now, it's Johnson. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
A gain of 2 on the play.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On third down, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's now 3-0 Texans. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not...
Touchdown, 49ers! Raheem Mostert, 76 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Here's Mostert. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Niners 13, Texans 3.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A big run there by Johnson. 48 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
First down.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. Watson again. This is Johnson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Down at the 4-yard line.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try the air now with Watson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. A shotgun snap for Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
Randall Cobb there to make the grab. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Garoppolo going to give this off to Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive? Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 74 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback, and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So in one play, you've lost an amount of yardage that our stat guy is still totaling up. Now, there are mess-ups, and there are mess-ups. I think this falls in the latter category.
On the return is Pettis. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Go, go, go. Check, check. Lucky. 11.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Again looking for Samuel, this time the catch made. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
The tackle made at the
6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line.
So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity that if it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. This is caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Will Fuller. Nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. 96 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
This will make it into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A gain of 3, second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
43-yard line.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They go to Johnson again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable, but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Pettis now on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Intended for Raheem Mostert. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One final try now for Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it.